This is Glen Benton of DEICIDE, and you're listening to BODS Mayhem Hour.
Welcome to BODS Mayhem Hour, your source for all hard rock, heavy metal, new metal, alternative, punk, horror punk, hardcore, rock, and all local bands, with your host, John the Bod, a.k.a. the Bodfather.
Hey everybody, welcome to BODS Mayhem Hour. I'm your host, John the Bod, a.k.a. the Bodfather, and as always, I'm bringing you guys awesome interviews. Today is an honor and privilege to have the co-founder of DEICIDE on the phone, Mr. Glen Benton. We're going to be talking to him about their 12th studio album, Overtures of Blasphemy. It's out September 14th via Century Media, so we're going to be talking to him about that. So, Glen, how's it going?
Good, very good.
Glad to have you on the show and talk about DEICIDE, man.
Well, I'm glad to be here. Thank you.
What's impressed you the most about this new album, Overtures of Blasphemy? What's caught your eye about, if anything, on this album?
It was an enjoyable record. Easy, it came together real easy. It's an enjoyable album to perform.
Any songs off the new album stand out more to you on it, if possible? I mean, I know these are not picking your favorite child or favorite car or whatever, but are there any stand out for you?
Yeah, I don't know. It's all the same for me,
man. How long did it take to write and record the album?
I think if you put it all together, if you put it all, because it's spread out over a period of time, but if you put it all together, I'd say about 4 months. Yeah.
How was working with producer Jason Sukoff, who also has worked with the Black Dahlia Murder and Trivium at Hammer Studios in Sanford, Florida? Yeah,
Jay's just a couple hour drive for us. Yeah, we've known Jay for a long time, man. Jay's a good guy, and he's a great producer and a great engineer, and he knows his metal.
I know you guys have been around for a long time, but working with him in the studio, does he step in when he needs to, or does he just let you guys do your own thing, then step in, or how do y'all work that out?
I mean, he just kind of has a way of making you feel stupid, so you want to do it over and get better. I don't know. He has just a way about himself. I don't know. He can give you a look, a glance, say something, and it's his way of saying, it could be better, or but he's he makes you push, man. He pushes you to get the best performance out of you.
That's good. That's good. You want a producer that's going to do that. You don't want somebody that's going to sit there. I mean,
he cares about it. It's more than a paycheck for him, man.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? It's more personal than that for him.
Exactly. And to all producers out there, that's the way it should be. Any band.
Right.
So
right, absolutely.
The cover art is done by Balick. He's done Ghost, Paradise Lost, Mayhem. Working with him on this, how did it come easily with this guy? Have you worked with him previously or anything?
He reached out to Century Media, in Germany, wanted to do it. I was told by the label that he had shown interest in doing a label cover for us, and so when I came up with the idea of what I wanted, I translated that to him, and then he gave us his interpretation with what you have there.
Pretty nice, man. It's actually, honestly, fucking brutal. If anybody takes a look at this album art, it's pretty freaking awesome, if you ask me. I love horror stuff. I love that stuff like that.
Yeah, it's like the original idea, what I told Balick was that I wanted to, because me and Kevin came up with the title driving back and forth from the studio, and so we came up with the title, and the following day, I came up with the idea of having the devil composing music at a drafting table, having Jesus' hands, dipping his pen in his blood, using his blood, writing, music, and he got it, man, and he hit the nail on the head there, like being the pen of Satan, the tip.
In your own opinion, man, what has guitarist Mark English brought to this band that may have been missing, possibly, Glen, or did he add an extra oomph to the band when he came in?
Well, Mark, he's came in and immediately, we usually, the test is if you can play the lead to Homage for Satan, that or there's a couple other ones that we, see if they can play it. But Mark came in immediately. It was within a couple of tries, hit right on, spot on with it. And that. So Mark is in our age range. Mark is a really laid back guy. He's, a Southern guy like the rest of us, and he's, he fills that void, that, brings for me personally, brings a little more security for that, role in the band,
Here's something that I've been meaning to ask, and I don't mean to ask this out of disrespect or anything like that, because I appreciate all music, whatsoever. I love it all. But coming from the South, like me and you, being a satanic band, do you guys catch a lot of crap, for show to show with religious people and everything? I mean, and I whatever you believe in, that's your own thing. I have no problem with that whatsoever for anyone. But let them speak their own minds, folks. If that's what they want to do, let them do it. Who gives a shit?
I don't. You know what? They got as much right out there to come out and protest and do their thing. I mean, if that makes them feel better. But I'm no threat to them or their kids or anything. I mean, this isn't about drawing people and souls to the dark side. It's not. Even saying that, you have to laugh. It's that. I mean, it's that's how ridiculous it is. But it's not about that. It's about entertainment and the arts, man. And it's just everybody, like, there's all different flavors, man, all different colors. I mean, it's just another version of what somebody interpreted as music at one time.
Yeah. And that's what kills me. It's like, oh, I don't like them because of this, or I don't like them because of that. Well, good, don't listen to it. That's all that you have to do.
I'm not asking. I mean, I must strike a nerve with them or something, or they, I mean, I don't care what your religion is. I don't care what.
There you go.
I really say I'm not putting that much thought into this, man.
There you go.
It's just there for to be enjoyed, man. I mean, it's metal. I mean, it's supposed to be brutal. It's supposed to be overwhelming, and that's what it is, man.
Thank you for clearing that up, Glenn. Because it like I said, it drives me up the wall when people are judgmental, and I can't stand that. It's just like, well, have you listened to it? Have you honestly sat down and just gave it a chance, or don't believe what you read? Because what you see on the internet, folks, is 1,000% wrong, just about.
Well, it's kind of like this. I've know people that they absolutely love Joel Osteen, and they think that guy can walk on water. And that's cool. That's great. If that's your thing, whatever. You know what I mean? But I don't judge a person because of that. You know what I mean? I mean, if that's what, if that brings you some form of happiness in that, listening to that guy, try to, I mean, he's like the Tony Roberts of, the Christian world. I mean, great, whatever. And he's tooling around in Lamborghinis and that while you're trying to keep your 78 Volkswagen Jetta alive. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Pay me so much money and I will guarantee you, fuck you.
I just can't, I mean, like I say, but I don't judge a person. I mean, that's great, cool, that's whatever. But people, with the this and that, they have a hard time, understanding it, I guess.
Now, this is the 12th studio album from you guys. Do you see DEICIDE growing musically from album to album still to this day, man?
Yeah, I mean, you just kind of, every time you do one, man, you learn, every time you do one, you learn a little more every time. And, makes you tighter, makes you a little bit more coherent to what's, what needs to be done. And but for the most part, man, we just had, for me personally, and it's like, after doing it this many years, it's like, who gives a shit? it's like, great, okay, they're either going to love it or they're going to hate it. Yeah. All right, pick up the dice and throw them down. The crapshoot, man. Every record you do is a crapshoot, man.
Do you do anything differently during the writing and recording process to help keep your mind fresh and open to new stuff, to not go down a path you don't want to go down like you did before, possibly? Or
it's like every record is like a part of your life. It's like the daily things that, like when I'm writing lyrics, I'll wake up in the morning. My best time to write is early in the morning. I wake up and, I start rolling out, listening, I start, playing a track, whatever, and I start writing. And then I stop about mid-morning, and then the rest of the day, that tune is rolling around in my head. And as it is, it's like I'm, taking down notes as far as lyrics. So that's just coming, words and phrasing that's coming to me.
For the fans who have not got to see DEICIDE live as of yet, what can they get at a show when they come to see you all?
Well, you get to see me, obviously, and you get brutalized for about an hour and a half of old DEICIDE, mid-century DEICIDE, and late-century DEICIDE.
Do you think music today has kind of stalled a little bit? I mean, do you think, compared to what it used to be, do you think that it's not growing? Maybe it's just kind of hit a stale spot, possibly?
Well, I've been thinking, we discussed this and that. I just think that, it kind of, the whole music business, the way the whole, leaking of albums and people illegally downloading for free and all that stuff and everything, it kind of sucked the life and the creativity out of a lot of artists, man. It really did. It's like, because when you look at writing the records, like, why the fuck are we doing this? Because we're not making anything off of it. And it becomes like a business card. You're just giving them out. You know what I mean? It's like, you give them out, and for a lot of artists in that just completely stifled their creativity. And I've seen it and I'm seeing it. But, like anything, I mean, it's not, there's no huge motivating factors behind making records anymore.
We're living in the digital era of social media, the way things are today.
Yeah.
Do you like this for DEICIDE to get out more to fans who have not got to hear you guys, possibly?
Yeah. I mean, social media, it's got its ups, it's got its perks. I mean, it definitely has its ups and downs. But it's good advertising tools and that. But there's an ugly side of that stuff, But they say, man, it gets the message out, and people that may have not heard of us before get to know who we are and that, so you can appreciate it for what it is.
In your own opinion, what does DEICIDE bring to the table for music that's not out there as right now, possibly, if anything?
I mean, we bring in honesty and integrity, rawness, and not an overproduced product, what it's supposed to be, old school.
And I like how you guys take time between albums. It's not like, here's this album, 2 months later there's an EP.
No, man. So, people don't understand. It's like, you look at it like, if you don't live your life between these albums, what the hell are you going to write about? If you're just chucking out a record every 9 months, and how in the hell are you supposed to have anything of integrity or, I can't put my finger on the word in that, but there's no honesty to it, man. And I like to have some time in between records to live life and experience things. And between this one and that one, I've experienced a lot of, kicking the balls. So, yeah. What
made you want to become a musician? What was that spark for you, Glenn? It said, back in the day, that's what I want to do.
Oh, man. Yeah. I was, in the Kiss and, the Who and, bands that brought it, a violent vibe to the stage and that kind of thing, kicking the shit out of their equipment, smashing guitars and all that kind of stuff, blowing up drum kits and stuff. That kind of stuff, like when I was a kid, like that's pretty cool.
Support-wise, is there a country or a place that stands out more, even shocks you, that you guys get support from, possibly?
Man, it's really weird. Whenever we play a place we've never played before, it's usually a huge turnout. So, but I mean, it's pretty much the same response wherever we go back, because you never know when we're going to come through, because we don't tour that, we don't tour repetitively like that, So when we come through, if you want to see us, you better do it, because it could be another 5 to 10 years before you ever get a chance,
Folks, I just have to say, give DEICIDE's music a chance. It's pretty brutal. It's really good, actually. There's not a lot of death metal bands, and I don't mean to say this in a bad way, that still stay true today, as I should say.
And I won't think anything less of you.
Thank you, good sir, because I truly like your guys' music. I really do.
I appreciate it, man. Thank you.
DEICIDE's new album, Overtures of Blasphemy, is set to release September 14th via Century Media. So get out, check these guys out. Like Glenn said, if you have the opportunity to see them come through, please do it. How can folks stay in touch with you guys, Glenn? Buy some merchandise, this album, tour dates, that. How could he do that, my friend?
Oh, just like Facebook, keep your eye open on there.
Before I let you go, good sir, would you care to do a promo for my show?
Sure, man. This is Glen Benton of DEICIDE, and you're listening to BODS Mayhem Hour.
Everybody stick around. We got some great music coming up, and you only hear these interviews right here on BODS Mayhem Hour and BODS Mayhem Radio Network. Thank you so much, Glenn. Thank you so much.
Hey, man, no problem. Anytime. Thank you for having us on the show.